Thank you very much, Chris. We create scalable platform to build mobile banking applications. That's all we do. There are several challenges building a mobile banking application. If you've been to any of the meetings, strategy meetings on mobile banking, what is the operating system you're going to cover? What about the multiple devices? How do we integrate into the backend? How do we leverage the multiple APIs which is coming in? And once you are up and running, 6 months later, how do we have a seamless integration into the applications? So what I'm going to do is, today I'm going to show you a demo and two key features of our product, which is configure once, deploy on many devices. The word I'm using here is configure, so I'm going to share with you what that means. So let me jump into the demo here. I'm going to show you a BlackBerry application here with a DBS Bank. DBS Bank is one of the largest Asian bank. We launched this service sometime in April 2010. We have been doing $100 million worth of transaction on this platform per month. They have 250,000 users and growing, and they're going to reach $1 billion very soon. So let me just show you a BlackBerry version of this. So let me log in to the application. I give it the PIN, and I submit. So if you notice, the usability and the form factor are very native to BlackBerry. So I submit the application, and here TBS has a token PIN, which is an RSA PIN. So I'll just give you a random number. This is a demo. So I just submit that. Here I have three key functions which I'm showing here: accounts information, fund transfer, and bill payment. So what I'm going to do is just walk you through a account information. So you can see the look and feel are very consistent. I'm going to show you the other Android as well. Let me go back, and I can look at the transaction history. And this is how it looks. Now let me move on to an Android. Yeah. So you can see the look and feel is very consistent, but the usability and the form factor and the buttons are being used off the Android. So it's coming from the same server. So let me just log in, give you a random login. For some reason, there's a Thai keyboard here, so I couldn't figure out how to get it out. There you go. So I key in a PIN, and I submit. So similar functionalities: account information, fund transfer, bill payments. I can go into an account fund transfer function, I can look at the account, I can come back. It's just simple functions. You must have seen it in several banking applications. Now, what is that difference which I'm going to share with you today? There are two things which I'm going to share with you. When TBS came to us, they had a challenge. They did not have a web service integration in the backend, and they had the very successful internet banking site. So we came up with an adapter, which is called a virtual browser adapter. So I'm going to walk up to the other side, because I'm the only one who's doing the demo here. So can we switch on to the laptop, please? Thank you very much. So the entire application today, which you saw, I showed you on Android and BlackBerry, I didn't show you on iPhone, is controlled by the server. So the virtual browser is the integration capability in the backend. So I can have several integration capability. So I have virtual browser, I can have custom adapter, web service adapter. What virtual browser does is pulls all the data from the net, from their internet banking service. So we just adapt that internet banking and display it on the phone. It's highly secure. We've been doing huge volumes on this. And this is one of the features, key features. The second one is the entire workflow is based in the server. That's the power of our mobility platform. Today, if you want to change a workflow, you may have to build a new application and download it into the App Store. But in case of Tagit, you can actually build a workflow and map it out in the server, because the server controls everything here. So let me just give you an example. Today, you just saw login. The login functionality can be put in the workflow. You can see there are service inputs. I can give service inputs. Adapter type is virtual browser here in this case. And here's the input parameters, which I just saw, login, where I can login screen, user ID, and password. the logical step which user takes is shown in the phone. Yeah. The second key feature on our platform is templating. We call it the mobility editor. Templating is a function which functions like any, I forget the product name, but functions in layers. So I can define layers of each of these functionalities. I define workflows, component in each of these templates. Like Dreamweaver, that's what I was about to say, Dreamweaver. So you define the functionalities on the phone, on the server. You put the components in, the designs in, and voila, it's shown on the phone. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you something very interesting. Can we move to the phone, please? So I'm going to show you two functionality which I couldn't show you earlier. You notice there is no ATM locator on the phone, right? So let me go back. Because templating works from the server, every time you have to access the server, it updates the phone, updates the version on the phone. So I can actually change the workflow here. So let me just log out. And I log in again. I made two changes here in a submit. I go and give the PIN again. So once I've logged in, it's actually communicated with the server and pulled out all the latest data. So I go to fund transfer. What I have done is I've added a line in the fund transfer. Hello, welcome to all to Finovate. You see that line? That was not there before. So this is consistent across all the platforms. So let me go back to the BlackBerry. When I log in again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanka.